Did you hear? AEW's All Out was fucking lit.
AEW was lit. Everywhere from the matches with CM Punk and Darby Allin to the Lucha Bro matches with them being new tag team champions.
Finally.
And not to mention the new returns of Mr. Bryan Danielson,
Adam Cole,
Ruby Soho,
and not least of all, CM motherfucking Punk.
CM Punk versus Darby Allin was a crazy match, and he got his first match back in AEW after what has been like 13 years?
About 7, closer to 7.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, remember, he didn't show up in the other company until like, what, 2013, 2014?
Jeez. It has been a long time since we've had CM Punk best in the world back in wrestling, but we got him back finally with AEW honestly taking over in all of the wrestling aspects, with WWE only signing what, Gable Stevenson, ex-Olympian.
So basically Kurt Angle.
Yeah, basically now we just had to get a new Kurt Angle, aka a new Jordan.
And then the one thing AEW does better than just about every company in the world, tag team division.
Oh, it's
Tag team
finally
divisions.
football. What the fuck is this? And why the hell are you in my chair? Manny! Who is this, Manny?
Your replacement?
Replacement? Manny! It's football season! Can this fucker talk about football?
Oh, football? I can talk about football. Check it. Cristiano Ronaldo and Man U, they have taken top of the Premier League. Cristiano Ronaldo actually scoring 2 goals in his Premier League re-debut, alongside with Paul Pogba, who has now scored 7 assists in 4 games, and which is not worth the $105 million that they paid originally for him.
Whoa! I said football! Not football!
You lying whore, you told me you know football.
Of course I know football.
Now get the hell out of my chair.
Get the fuck out.
Good motherfucking evening, y'all. It's another edition of Talking S Sports Report. This motherfucker tried to replace me, so I guess I'm Elias.
I'm Manny. You suck at scheduling.
Fuck you. I'm Nick. Welcome back, y'all. Let's get right into it. All right, y'all. As you know, it's Talking S's favorite time of year. NFL football season. Not football season, but football season.
Lying ass Elias.
Fuck Elias. But still, shout out to all you soccer players. With that being said, Manny, my friend, who was the most disappointing team yesterday? And by yesterday, this is being filmed on a Monday, so we do have the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders playing tonight. And I think that's going to be a close game. I do see the Ravens winning by 3 to 7 points. With that being said, who was the most disappointed team in the NFL yesterday?
I have to go with the obvious one. The Green Bay Packers. On both sides. Defense just let Jameis have his way with him. He only completed 14 passes and had 5 touchdowns, no turnovers.
148 yards, not even 150 yards total. The most passing touchdowns in NFL history with the least amount of yards stacked against him.
And then Aaron Rodgers. Where was he? 0-7 on 3rd down.
I think Aaron Rodgers is really trying to play the longest yard here because 100% that second interception. Anyone, please, I actually warrant you to go in the comments, name a game and a quarter that Aaron Rodgers has ever thrown an interception like that. Ever. I've never seen anything like that. He just chucked it. Alan Lazard wasn't even 15 yards within the receiving line.
You know what I saw? I saw him lazily try to stare off the safety, but the safety didn't bite on it and saw where the ball was going.
I just saw his future with the Green Bay Packers go right with it. Ow. Right into Marcus
With Devontae Adams with him.
So, with that being said, my most disappointing team yesterday is pretty easy. The Tennessee Titans. My Arizona Cardinals, our front 7 is absolutely incredible. We shut down Derrick Henry to less than 3 yards a carry here. Only held him on 17 yards. Ryan Tannehill's passing him shows. It's completely predicated on that play action pass and on the run game setting it up. Ryan Tannehill did not have the best deep ball yesterday. In fact, he looked scarce in certain moments, and his connection with Julio Jones was completely off.
Yeah, that offense kind of ruined my fantasy teams like dramatically. If you're a Derrick Henry owner, do not give up on him. But fuck Ryan Tannehill.
I actually need Lamar Jackson to score me 45 points to beat Manny.
And ironically, I also need Lamar Jackson to score 40 points for 2 other leagues.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. No, but fuck you.
My most impressive team, not even a question, the Philadelphia Eagles. Came out there and absolutely smoked the Atlanta Falcons here, beating them by 28 points, a full 7 score ahead. You have Jalen Hurts right here that absolutely killed it. Balled out, speed kills to say the least. I guess in this case, speed hurts.
I feel dirty because I hate the Eagles, but I started Jalen and he's going to be the reason why I beat you.
Well, look at how great and fast the receiving core is now. You have Devontae Smith, you have Jalen Reagor on the other side, two great tight ends in Ertz and Goddard. They're looking absolutely incredible. And then they had a good balance here with Miles Sanders as well. So what's Nightwell is the other running back they have. He looked okay. He averaged over 4.5 yards a carry too yesterday. What about you? What's your most impressive team?
My most impressive team is going to be the Denver Broncos. That we already knew that defense is stacked. Von Miller looks like old shades of himself with 2 sacks yesterday. But the most impressive part was Teddy Bridgewater did not turn the ball over as much as you would think, right?
Well, Teddy Bridgewater's always been a smart, manageable quarterback. It's just about his risk or factor, about his injuries, about the fact of how well he plays. Does he take the deep shot when it's available?
But he does. He has something that Drew Luck didn't have very well, escapability. So on his one touchdown to that tight number 85, he was this close to getting sacked, but threw a touchdown instead.
Man, I really like Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's the smart choice for that starting job as well. I just kind of feel bad for Drew Lock. Maybe they should make a trade with Washington football team or something like that. Kind of get him over there. Ooh. Or Cam Newton to the Washington football team with Ryan Fitzpatrick out. Let's talk about individual players now here. Who was the most disappointing individual player yesterday in terms of just didn't play well, didn't live up to standard?
So, Christian, this is going to hurt you very dearly. Eddie Jackson. He got burnt twice. One for a touchdown to Cooper Kupp. I mean, it was ridiculous. Top 3 safety, he did not look like a top 3 safety in my eyes. I mean, the Bears ended up losing, 13 to 34 against the LA Rams. And how about you, Nicholas? Who do you got?
I'm going to call out a coach and not a player. I'm going to go the offensive coordinator with the Buffalo Bills. Offensive coordinator with the Buffalo Bills. What's up with your rushing yards being over 6.5 a carry?
I thought it was 7.
And you have, probably is 7. And you have Josh Allen passing the ball over 57 times. You guys were never in a point down to where you had to pass the ball and put yourself in that situation. And Devin Singletary is showing himself that he can be a capable back. I don't understand the offensive play calling there.
I think they were trying to give Josh Allen the MVP, but they just got ahead of themselves.
Oh, my God. Well, Josh Allen's going to play himself into a good position. But as we saw last year, Josh Allen passes the best when he's in least manageable situations. And by that is when his defense is playing well and also when you have a full predicated offense. That means screen passes. That means short handoff, draws, things of that nature. Who's the most impressive player to you yesterday?
So, his stats don't jump off the board, but it was Jalen Ramsey. He set the tone for that Bears game. Cutting down the short screen. As soon as the receiver would try to grab the ball, boom, right in that receiver's face.
2 pass breakups.
7 solo tackles, and you just can't pass on him. There's been multiple times Allen Robinson, Andy Dalton threw the ball to Allen Robinson, and Robinson can't catch it.
Why aren't they starting Justin Fields? It makes no sense to me.
He got a touchdown yesterday.
But yeah, I know.
But,
it was a rushing touchdown.
But
they should still pass him and open up that offense.
But you know what's the funny part? Since we're talking about most disappointing offensive players now, guess who my most defensive Andy Dalton played better than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing.
Matt
Ryan got held to under 170. Calvin Ridley got held to 5 catches too as well.
0 touchdowns for Matt Ryan, losing 32-6 to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Most impressive players yesterday for me offensively, Tyrod Taylor. If you know me, if you've been following this channel, and if you know me at all, you know I fucking love Tyrod Taylor. My boy passed for over 270 yesterday, escaped on a dime and dropped a zip right there to Brandon Cooks, arced it just perfectly in between 2 defenders where he got a 70-plus yard tub on that baby. And then my boy Tyrod Taylor also had 40 rushing yards, no turnovers as well. That backfield looked great. Every single running back in that backfield scored a touchdown. David Johnson receiving touchdown, Phillip Lindsay with a rushing touchdown, and then you also had Mark Ingram had a hell of a game actually with over 18 carries, and damn near he averaged I believe 6 yards a carry or something like that.
But would you really count as a victory with an Urban Meyer's ego controlling the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah, well, Urban Meyer really fucked me with not giving James Robinson any carries and giving Carlos Hyde more of the bulk of the ball. And then really quickly here, just to finish off, because I know we're really rambling about NFL. My most impressive defensive player, it's not even a question who it's going to be. Chandler fucking Jones. 6 tackles, one of those being for loss. The other 5 tackles, all 5 of them sacks, 2 forced fumbles. The boy fucking balled. That Arizona Cardinals offense, if we can cut down those penalties, we're going to be a formidable-ass team. Bird gang, baby. All right, also some quick MMA news. UFC 266 coming up very quick. You have the return of Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler, the rematch 17 years in the making. Am I excited about the fight? Yeah, I'm excited about the fight more so for the name value, but it's a bunch of OGs, and we all know how old men fight go. Hate to sound like a hater, but it is what it is.
Evander Holyfield.
You have Brian Ortega versus Alexander Volkonovsky for the 145 strap. I absolutely love that fight. I think Alexander Volkonovsky presents something different that Brian Ortega hasn't seen before in terms of movement, footwork, and being able to outlast his opponent. Brian Ortega, though, is never out until he's out. You look at his fights against Clay Guida, you look at his fights against Renato Moicano. He was getting pieced up in those fights and ended up winning in the later rounds. And that was an older Brian Ortega 3-4 years ago, not as improved now. One other fight I want to mention on that card as well. Merab Dvalishvili versus Marlon Moraes. Marlon Moraes is on a 3-fight losing skid, and they gave him one of the worst matchups possible. Marlon Moraes has really bad cardio issues, and Merab Dvalishvili is a fucking machine, quite literally. He has the most record for most takedowns in a bantamweight fight ever with 24 in a single fucking fight. Think about that. In a 15-minute fight, he has 24 takedowns. Mind-boggling shit. So with that being said, if you want to do a quick small parlay, I'm going to go with Volkanovski, Merab Dvalishvili, and I'm going to take the more active fighter in... Nope, I'm going to stop that. Nick Diaz. Merab Dvalishvili, Nick Diaz, and I'm going to go with Alexander Volkanovski. All right, y'all. Time for your girlfriend, baby mama, and your mama's favorite segment, Talking Speed. Me and Manny, we throw away our notes. Manny puts away his notes. Producer Christian, what you got for us today?
So, the Baseball Hall of Fame voted about a month ago. Do you think it's disrespectful or it's okay that one guy didn't vote for Derek Jeter going in the Hall of Fame? 396 votes out of 397. Go, Manny.
Well, baseball writers have always been entitled, or Barry Bonds would be in there, Matt McGuire would be in there. This is why I hate baseball writers. They're the most entitled sons of bitches you will ever see in life. They're snooty little fucks. It's like going to like the high upper class of state and then just... But yes, Derek Jeter should be unanimous. But he's not. Oh well, suck it up, Christian. Go.
Absolutely, Derek Jeter is one of the best baseball players we've seen in the last, 2-3 decades, quite frankly, here. He's never had any PED pops or problems, which we all know how I feel about PEDs. In the era of PEDs, if one person's using, everyone should be using at that point. But with that being said, he did it clean, and he did it the right way. So I think 100% Derek Jeter should be a unanimous decision. 397 votes, not 396. Whoever that one writer is, fuck him. I'm sure Christian knows the name. I don't know the fucking name.
Neither
but all I know is, you shot Derek Jeter!
He's a biracial angel! Covered this before.
Oh god.
But do you respect WWE enough, or AEW, wrestling in general, to be a sport? Nick.
I think
Manny's going first.
Yes, the acrobatics have evolved since from the 80s to the 90s to everyone does holy shit cool shit, right? You see 360s off of steel cages. You see people going through ladders, tables, and chairs, right? Fucking, they use flames nowadays. Fucking thumbtacks on shoes. And then you have to time everything perfectly or you're going to break somebody's neck. Look at Stone Cold. Poor form ends up with a broken neck, right? You're trusting another human being with your body. So if you're going to slam someone, you have to slam them perfectly onto the mat or they're just going to end up breaking something. And that's all I got to say.
Nick.
I respect amateur Olympic wrestling. I respect high school wrestling. And I respect the people that do professional wrestling, such as on the WWE and AEW level, as athletes and the tool that they put their bodies through. Do I respect it enough to cover? No. We have another show for that. It's called Taco Talk. Go check it out because we review movies, which is what the fuck that is. It's cinema and acting. But I do respect the athletes. And maybe we'll have whoever that one pussy was that was in the beginning of the show on again another time to talk about it. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of Talking S. Is this episode 21 or 22?
No one fucking cares. I tried to replace you.
That's a good point. With that being said, like, share, comment, subscribe. But if the new guy comes in to replace me, unsubscribe. Make sure you go dislike. Tell Manny he's a fucking pussy. All that good stuff. Love y'all.
I was going to say, you should have mentioned this, but that's good.
Yeah, the fact that I'm wearing American football. That's great.
You think that
Thank you for watching the S.O.B. Network. like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe.